Chapter 8. How God Transforms Energy. If Chapter 5 was the awakening to the eternal heaven that has always been here, then Chapter 8 is the story of inner transformation. Perhaps, transformation is not something that happens from the outside. It is not a miracle performed upon us. It is the quiet revolution that unfolds within consciousness itself. It is the moment when the countless stories of I am, I should be, I must become, begin to dissolve, allowing reality to reveal itself exactly as it is. In Christianity, separation from God has long been called sin. The original Greek word, hamartia, simply means to miss the mark. Perhaps, the mark was never a destination. Perhaps, the mark has always been this present moment. In Buddhism, ignorance is not the absence of knowledge. It is the inability to see reality as it truly is. Different traditions, different languages, yet perhaps they point toward the same truth. Transformation begins the moment we return, the moment we stop living inside memory, or chasing an imagined future, and fully meet what is here. The Buddha called this seeing, body, feeling, mind, phenomena, exactly as they are, without adding, without subtracting, without naming. The body is known exactly as it is. The feeling is known exactly as it is. The mind is known exactly as it is. Reality is known exactly as it is. In that very instant, we are no longer separated from life, no longer separated from God. Grace is not something given from outside. Grace appears whenever awareness becomes completely present, and within that presence, the natural qualities of wisdom begin to shine. Clarity, stillness, purity, the qualities that Buddhism calls the natural morality, concentration, and wisdom of our own true nature. Perhaps, transformation has never been about becoming someone else. Perhaps, it has always been about returning to what has never been lost. The flow of karma and the power of grace. Perhaps, every action leaves an echo. Every word, every intention, every choice, not because someone is judging us, but because life naturally responds to itself. This is what Buddhism calls karma. Karma is not punishment. It is not destiny. It is simply the movement of cause and effect. Over time, every repeated reaction becomes a habit. Every habit becomes a pattern. And every pattern slowly shapes the person we believe ourselves to be. The Buddha called these deeply rooted patterns mental formations, seeds planted within the mind. The more we repeat them, the deeper their roots become, until one day, we no longer choose our reactions. Our reactions choose us. This is why suffering often feels so familiar. Not because we are cursed, but because unconscious habits continue repeating themselves. Yet, no matter how strong the past appears, it survives only when the present continues feeding it. The moment awareness enters, the cycle begins to change. Not through force, not through resistance, but through seeing. When anger is seen, without becoming my anger, its power begins to fade. When fear is seen, without becoming my fear, something opens. This is where grace quietly appears. Not as a reward, but as the natural consequence of presence. Perhaps true virtue is not something we perform. Perhaps it is something that naturally flows. When we are fully present with reality, every moment of pure awareness weakens the chains of yesterday. Every moment of presence plants a new seed, and slowly, the old patterns lose their home. This is how karma is transformed. Not by escaping the past, but by no longer creating it. Again, perhaps, the greatest miracle has never been changing the world. Perhaps, the greatest miracle is seeing this moment exactly as it is. Perhaps, transformation has never been about changing who we are. It has always been about allowing awareness to illuminate what has always been here. Every moment of presence weakens the momentum of the past. Every moment of clarity becomes an act of grace. And perhaps, this is how God transforms energy. Not by changing the world, but by transforming the one who is seeing it. We end Chapter 8 here. In the next chapter, we will discover the immediate blessings that naturally appear when the ego no longer stands between awareness and life.